Good day everyone. For today's video, we are going to talk about the mobile device support. This will help us in shifting viewports from web to mobile or in any other device. Before tablet and mobile phones, web pages were designed only for computer screens, and it was common for web pages to have a static design and a fixed size. When we started surfing the internet using tablets and mobile phones, fixed size web pages were too large to fit the viewport, and to fix this, browsers on those devices scaled down the entire web page to fit the screen. So if we define a viewport is the user's visible area of a web page. The viewport varies with the device, and it will be smaller on a mobile phone than on a computer screen, as it will shrink all of those contents in the web if we use the mobile viewport. So in setting up the viewport, HTML5 introduced a method to let web designers take control over the viewport through the meta tag. So this gives the browsers instruction on how to control the page dimension and scaling. The meta viewport element should be included in all web pages. As you can see in this code snippet, we have here the meta name equal to the viewport and the content with the device width. That part sets the width of the page to follow the screen width of the device. So this will vary depending on the device, and we also have the initial scale equal to 1.0. This part sets the initial zoom level when the page is first loaded by the browser. So if we do not use the viewport, so this is how it actually look like if we do not use the meta tag. So as you can see in the example, the contents here are not visible and is too small, and with the meta tag, so this is how it will look like. It fits, the content fits to the entire screen, so you may consider your whole web page as a whole viewport. So if you use any other devices, this is how it actually looks like. If you use the web and if you use the laptop, it will shrink down depending on its size, and it can also be applied to tablet and your mobile phones. With the meta tag, we are also able to apply here a responsive web design. This will automatically adjust for different screen sizes and viewports. So some examples of this are the responsive image using the width property, and the responsive image using the max width property, and another is show different images depending on the browser width, and responsive text size, and the media queries. So when you use responsive image using the width property, your image source here will contain an inline style with width equal to 100%, and using the max width property, your image source here contains the style max width equal to 100% and a height equal to auto. So if you use the max width property, it is set to 100, so the image will scale down if it has to, but never scale up to be larger than its original size. And another also is show different images depending on the web browser. So the HTML picture element allows to define different images for different browser window. So as you can see here, we have here 3 different photos with different sizes using the source tag and image tag, and the fourth is the responsive text size. So this text size can be set with a VW unit, which means that this is the viewport width. So that way the text size will follow the size of the browser window, and viewport is the browser window size. So in this example, the H1 here contains the font size 10 VW. And lastly, we have the media queries. In addition to the resize text and images, it is also common to use media queries in responsive web pages. With this, you can define completely different styles for different browser sizes. So I will show you a demo on how you are going to create the responsive web elements.